Joe's Slice of Heaven Pie. This comes to us on page 114 of Sugar Butter Flour, the official Waitress pie book, under the section Custard and Cream Pies. By the time this video will have been uploaded, my nephew will now be officially 1 week old. And this calls for a celebration, which can only mean one thing: a coconut cream pie. That's right. Just a plain Frankenstein, as blunt as an atom bomb coconut cream pie. Starting with a crust made out of crushed up vanilla wafers. Gotta switch bags. Vanilla wafers were one of my favorite snacks growing up, and to this day, it's still one of my dad's favorites. That's probably why the smell in my kitchen right now is so nostalgic to me. So it turns out one 11-ounce box of vanilla wafers was the perfect amount that we needed for this crust. Butter. My father also loves anything coconut flavored, so I think this pie is going to be a little slice of heaven for his own self. My father is kind of an old Joe type in a way, even down to him being a rather picky eater. Let's go ahead and chill this for 15 minutes and then bake for 10 minutes at 350. Now we have to make coconut cream. Start off by scalding 1.5 cups of whole milk over medium heat. In a medium bowl, we need 1/2 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, 2 eggies, and 1 eggy yolk. Combine and slowly whisk in the scalded milk. Pour the whole mixture into the saucepan, and we have to place this back on medium heat. Fire! Cook this for 5 minutes, stirring constantly with a rubber spatula. Gotta keep the cream from burning, after which point it should be boiling and thick. Kill the heat. Add in a pat of butter, stir it in until it melts. Finally, stir in a teaspoon of vanilla and just 1/4 teaspoon of coconut extract. Use the spatula to pass the cream through a fine mesh sieve. And into this, we stir a whopping 1.5 cups of sweetened coconut flakes. This is why we added so little coconut extract into the cream, because most of the coconut is gonna come from the coconut. Butter up a piece of parchment paper and place it directly onto the surface of the coconut cream. Keeps the skin from forming. Let it sit at room temperature for a bit, and then chill it in the fridge for a full hour. Time for whipped cream: 1.5 cups of heavy cream, 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and beat to firm peaks. Plop the chilled filling into the pie shell. Smooth it out in there. And plop the whipped cream onto that. And I do mean plop. We have to turn this whipped cream into a mountain. We have to make this thing look like a heart attack in a pie shell. It's called a slice of heaven pie after all. Shoddy, straight built like the Paramount Pictures logo. And now we have to make it look like a snowy mountain by topping it off with 1.5 cups of those sweetened coconut flakes. So that's a total of 3 cups of coconut in this pie, plus 1/4 teaspoon from that extract. And now we just chill this for however much longer it'll take to get fully set. The recipe doesn't say. Use your own judgment. Your heart's probably gonna stop after eating this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And there you have it. Old Joe's Slice of Heaven Pie. I would tell you the last time I was stunned by something that was overwhelmingly large, but I do not want to get this video age restricted. You know, for how much coconut is in this pie, you feel it more on the back end than the initial taste. The cream is nice and moist, the vanilla from the crust is delicious, but the coconut flakes do make the pie a bit grainy. Makes it quite toothsome in the mouth. But I can imagine this is the kind of pie that you would really want to sit on. Now this is a really great lazy summer afternoon pie, where you can just sit on the back porch eating a slice in the sun. It's just overall a really pleasant eating experience that I honestly wouldn't mind making again. Go ahead and grab yourself a copy of Sugar Butter Flour, the official Waitress pie book, so that you too can make your own version of Old Joe's Slice of Heaven Pie. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Waitress Wednesday, and I'll see you in the next one.